Hi, I'm Palak Arora, and today I'm going to present my presentation on the topic breast cancer prediction using machine learning algorithms under the guidance of Ms. Dipti Sherawat ma'am, the assistant professor at Amity University, Haryana. Moving further, we all have heard about the breast cancer. What is that? It is simply that develops in the breast tissue. It is a disease. It is following of two types, malignant and benign. The malignant is dangerous, that is, a person is having a cancer. A benign is not so dangerous, that the person is healthy. Further, if we studied that, a research studied that if the early stage prediction is there, the survival rate increases. Here I have shown some signs and symptoms of breast cancer like lump or thickening of breast tissue, pain, and this changing size, dumpling in the skin, etc. Next, we have a great misconception about this that women only have the breast cancer, but no, men do not. Men get the breast cancer too. It affects not only women but men too. So here I've shown one picture, and this is a graph that shows the ratio of women and male in the cancer cases, and it also has been estimated that 2190 men diagnosed every year with breast cancer and 410 die. But comparing to women, this ratio is nothing. Moving ahead, the problem statement to our project is like we are predicting the tumor, malignant or benign, based upon the tumor features like its radius, its area, texture, etc. Here I have using the machine techniques for my problem. Technology, machine learning with Python. Here I have used Python libraries such as Pandas, NumPy, also sklearn library to sub-coordinate with the models. All this implementation is done in the Jupyter provided by the Anaconda, which is the free and open source distribution of for the Python programming. Also, machine learning is classified into three: supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement learning. Supervised is basically classification and regression that we're studying. We have studied in this decision tree, SVM, rainforest, classifier, etc. And clustering, it includes k-means, KNN, etc. Here comes the data set. The data set I downloaded from the Kaggle. Here it is obtained from the University of Wisconsin Hospital Medicine. Here I have given one special thing that it was the data in the data. The diagnosis was in the 0 and 1 form. For the better implementation, I have mapped the diagnosis into the target for the better understanding. For 0, it is benign, and for 1, it is malignant. Moving ahead, here's are the basic steps of machine learning. Machine learning, we have a following step like exploring the data, pre-processing, then splitting, and then applying the model. So first, I have uploaded the data and I read the data. Second, we move towards the pre-processing, that is cleaning part, checking null value, its information, and all its numerical value. Again, then coming here, I have divided my data into input and output, that is X and Y, and I have split it into X and Y training and testing. Here I have given a picture that it will be very clear to you what is X train, Y train, X test and Y test. Again, now the time is to applying the model. Here I have applied 4 model. If you see, the first I have applied the decision tree. It is basically in which data is continuously split according to the certain parameter. Coming, I have used here from sklearn import tree. It is under the tree. Now random forest. It is a forest classifier sets a decision tree. It basically merge the different kind of decision tree into one. Moving ahead, we have SVM. SVM is quite similar to the RFC. It also uses classification and for regression analysis. On the logistic regression, it is a supervised learning, and here it is used to predict the probability of the target variable. Here are some, I have pasted the picture to see you a clear view of this, but for the implementation, we'll go ahead. Here I have shown, here I depict that the accuracy of the model used. You can see that the random forest has a larger accuracy compared to the decision tree, logistic and SVM. Here is a confusion matrix. Confusion matrix is used to describe the performance of the classification model, the model we used. So here I have the four confusion matrix for all the four model I have used. The classification report. The classification report is basically used to measure the quality of the prediction. The report shows the following three things: precision, recall, and F1 goes, and have the four ways to check the prediction: true positive, true negative, false negative, and false positive. True positive when the case is positive and predict that positive. True negative is when the case was negative and predict the negative. False negative when the case was positive but we predict negative, and false positive when the case was negative but predict positive. Moving ahead, here is the precision. Precision is basically the when the model predicted the true, and we check how often it is true. So the formula for prediction is TP upon TP plus FP. Recall is the fraction. Basically, it all when the class actually predicts the true, how positiveness it is. So we recall the formula is TP upon TP plus Fn. F1 is the nothing but the harmonic mean of the precision and recall value. Thus the formula is here: F1 equals to twice of recall into precision upon recall plus precision. Here is the classification report of my model I've used. So on the basis of the accuracy, confusion matrix, classification report, we can say that the random forest classifier is best for a problem. And the references I have used are here. And yeah, thank you so much.